Hi, welcome to Storybots. Today, we're going to hear a story about a girl with a wild imagination and learn some cool stuff along the way. So let's get started. In the quiet town of Wonderville lived a curious little girl named Kiki. She loved daydreaming and had the biggest imagination you could ever dream of. She imagined adventures while walking her puppy, funny faces while eating spaghetti, and trips around the world while sitting in her chair. In fact, she imagined so much. Sometimes it was hard to tell if she was dreaming or awake. One rainy afternoon, while exploring her grandmother's attic, she found something incredible, blowing off cobwebs and dust. She examined the mysterious contraption. It had buttons, levers, and gears, and a big red knob up top. Suddenly, Kiki noticed a tiny brass plaque attached to it. It read, "The Imagination Machine. Turn thoughts into tales." She couldn't believe her eyes. Could this dusty old machine really turn her thoughts into stories? Kiki had so many questions. What if she thought of a superhero robot who fights crime with karate chops? Or a talking cactus who travels the galaxy in a rocket ship? What if she thought of a giant pizza monster who eats everything in sight? The possibilities seemed endless. She looked around the attic to make sure no one was watching. Then she carefully turned the red knob. Nothing happened. Maybe she needed to push a button or pull a lever. Still, nothing. Kiki wondered if you had to say a special word or maybe sing a song. Well, she had to do something quickly because her mom would be coming upstairs soon to clean the attic. Taking a deep breath, Kiki closed her eyes and imagined something amazing. She thought of a gentle unicorn prancing through a candy forest, sparkling rivers of chocolate flowing nearby. When she opened her eyes, she could hardly believe what she saw. The attic was gone. She wasn't in her cozy house anymore. She stood in a place much like the unicorn forest she'd imagined. Tall trees with colorful frosting twirled above her head, and chocolate flowed like water over smooth pebbles. And there, grazing peacefully nearby, was a beautiful unicorn with sparkling rainbow fur and hooves made of marzipan. Unicorn, hello. I've been waiting for you in the marshmallow meadows. You must be the one the prophecy foretold. Kiki. Whoa! The machine actually worked. It brought me to the story I imagined. But why? How? Unicorn. I don't know how it works. All I know is that the imagination machine chose you. Only you can bring balance to our world now. You must help me find the enchanted sugar plum to save my people from the evil sprinkle witch. Kiki. Save your people. Oh, I guess I have to do that. Wait, where are we going? Unicorn. Follow me. We must hurry. The fate of the candy forest rests upon your shoulders. And just like that, the unicorn and Kiki set off down a path. Kiki couldn't believe what was happening. Her thoughts had turned into reality. And although she had never been to a candy forest before, she felt an unexplainable sense of familiarity. Suddenly, a grumpy-looking cat wearing a pirate eye patch jumped down from a tree. He was perched atop a ship made of toast. Pirate cat. Ahoy, matey. Are you lost? Kiki. Hi, I'm not lost. I'm on a quest to find the enchanted sugar plum to save the unicorns from the sprinkle witch. Pirate cat. Ah, I can help you with that. Me ship is faster than a seagull on roller skates. Jump aboard. And with that, Kiki and the unicorn jumped onto the toast boat. As they sailed away, Kiki watched in amazement as the river of chocolate flowed by, and trees laden with candy canes and lollipops surrounded them. Before long, the group arrived at a clearing. A witch with purple hair and green skin stirred a bubbling cauldron. A smile crept across her face. Sprinkle witch. So you finally arrived, Kiki. I've been waiting for you. Now hand over the enchanted sugar plum. Before Kiki could respond, a cupcake suddenly flew over the witch's head. knocking the cauldron right off the fire. Everyone stared in surprise as the cupcake transformed into a tough-looking cookie, wielding a frying pan. Tough cookie. Don't listen to her, Kiki. I am the protector of this forest. I will fight by your side. And that's it for part 1. Now it's time for a quick break. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back with part 2 in just a moment. Part 2 coming up. Are you having fun yet? If so, be sure to hit the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to never miss out on new stories. Now let's go back to the story. As the Sprinkle Witch angrily stirred her bubbling potion, Kiki knew she had to come up with a plan quickly. Her mind raced. What could she do to defeat the evil witch? Just then, she remembered something her teacher, Miss Juniper, had taught her class. Miss Juniper, when you're stuck in a story, think about what happens next. If you have problems, think about how to solve them. Try to figure out why things happen and how one thing leads to another. That's cause and effect. Cause and effect. Kiki thought for a moment. How did the story begin? It started with her finding the imagination machine and creating the unicorn and the candy forest. Then the grumpy cat showed up and helped them. And when the Sprinkle Witch attacked, the cupcake magically transformed into a tough cookie to defend them. Cause and effect. It all made sense now. Whatever she imagined, whatever she thought, the story reacted. It was her story after all. So she closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and thought about what happened next. She imagined the Sprinkle Witch defeated, the Sugar Plum saved, and her friends safe. She imagined herself working together with the unicorn, the pirate cat, and the tough cookie. Then she thought about how each character might help. The unicorn could use its horn to deflect the witch's spells. The tough cookie could protect everyone with its frying pan, and the pirate cat could distract her with his sword. When Kiki opened her eyes, the clearing was different. The ground sparkled. Flowers bloomed and butterflies fluttered all around. The Sprinkle Witch's cauldron bubbled harmlessly, and the Sugar Plum sat safely nearby. Suddenly, the unicorn galloped toward her, followed by the pirate cat and the cookie. They were all smiling. Together, you and I can do anything, Kiki. Thank you for saving us. We wouldn't have been able to do it without you. But how did she do it? Well, it was pretty simple. She used her imagination, of course. She imagined a solution and made it happen. She thought of what could happen next and how her ideas connected and built on each other. She understood cause and effect. Just then, Kiki's mom opened the attic door. Kiki, sweetie, it's time to come downstairs. Your grandma and I are making your favorite pizza for dinner. And in a flash, the attic was back. The unicorn, the pirate cat, and the cookie disappeared, leaving Kiki with a giant slice of pizza. Pizza monster. Hold on. What? Where's the cupcake? The Sprinkle Witch? The enchanted Sugar Plum? Am I still in the story? Kiki. No, it's over now. The story ended when I thought of us coming home. Pizza monster. Ah, bummer. I wanted to keep adventuring. But hey, at least I got a pizza, right? And as they all sat down to dinner, Kiki told her mom all about her incredible adventure. Mom, that sounds like quite a tale, Kiki. What did you learn? Kiki, well, using my imagination is amazing. But thinking about what happens next and how one thing leads to another, well, that makes the magic even better. Mom, that's right, sweetie. Sometimes problems happen when we least expect them. But if we take a moment to think about solutions and understand cause and effect, well, then we can solve any problem. And that's what makes you a great storyteller. The end. Well, that was an exciting story. Do you have a story that you like to reread over and over again? Tell us about it in the comments below. And if you want more fun stories delivered straight to you, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future episodes. You can also check out our other videos, which are just a click away. Until next time, remember to be curious. Think outside the box and explore your imagination. After all, anything can happen if you just think it can. That's all for now. See you next time. Bye.